Welcome, Soul Tribe. I have been called today to do a love reading. I'm picking up with somebody in your energy, and I get the sense if I was to give you some hashtag spoilers, someone's in for a little bit of a rude awakening. Whoever it is that I'm going to be tapped into, they're dying for a brand new beginning. They're trying to salvage the situation that they're in, but I get the sense that they are holding themselves back before I go to cut. Oh, there we go. Eight of Swords. And this is the way that I saw it when I was originally checking in to see if there was actually going to be a message for the collective today. This person, it's sort of like they tied themselves into a situation and they kind of forgot they got themselves into this situation in the first place. And we do have the High Priestess to confirm that. So let's go ahead and cut. Let's get sort of profile and what this person is currently up to. We do have Three of Wands. They're seeking out an opportunity, and you might be frustrated if this person is a runner, if this is somebody that you've been wondering, well, what the hell have they been up to? Why are they continuing to invest in their current situation? Like this person is actually stuck, but and the worst part is that they keep thinking they see moments of opportunity, but underneath here we got Three of Pentacles. It's like this person's just stuck in the house and they're just wandering in circles, and it doesn't even occur to them they could actually leave home. We got the we got Judgment. And I get the sense whoever this person is, I think you do care about them, even if you're kind of rolling your eyes about them. Whoever this person is, like they're actually going through a bit of a rebirth cycle. They've been actually given a chance to start something brand new. And they're in this really frustrating sort of wibbly wobbly where they don't actually know what it is they need to give up in their current situation. Let's get a little bit of clarity. Like, what is this person? Because it shows a death rebirth energy here, and they're really focused on the rebirth aspect, but I really feel like this person is ignoring the dark side. They're ignoring the shadow aspect. They're ignoring why they got into this karmic situation in the first place. Seven of Pentacles. Like I have been channeling sort of this sunk cost fallacy, realizing, wow, I put all my time and energy into this. Well, okay, it's a lot of time and energy, but I think we'll find a way to make it work. Right. Four of Cups. Like this person continues to get stuck in the loop of crazy, and they keep getting all these opportunities. They pour their love into it and it doesn't work out. Then they pour their love in again and it doesn't work out. And they pour their love in and it doesn't work out. And it's sort of like other people are interested in what is being offered to this person. And this individual, like they may be coming across as though they're being entitled, but it's more that they just because they're being given another opportunity doesn't mean that they're emotionally mature enough to actually accept it. Let's get one more card. Ace of Cups. There we go. Like this person is not picking themselves. And this is actually a little bit of their current blind spot. Let's get the next card right here. What is their intuition saying? King of Wands. Like, okay, this person is really frustrating. Like really, really frustrating because they're one of those people that they actually are pretty good at manifesting shit. King of Wands can be the one who gets things done, knows how to drive through, able to manage the thick and thin. And in some ways, they may have felt like they were a leader in their group. They were trying to, in some ways, maintain a look as though, yep, I'm going to be the leader. I'm going to help carry everybody through these dark times. But because things have slipped out of this person's control, they are, let's see, that everything's kind of slipping out of this person's control because it's sort of like, whatever it is that their intuition is trying to say to them, they're skipping over their emotions about you, it seems. Um, it's sort of like they want to be everybody's hero except you, and that's like you might be picking up on this person subconsciously, especially if you feel like there's a bunch of old arguments that are cropping back up to the surface. Queen of Cups. It's like there's this void energy, and it's sort of like, well, if they manifested love with you, because they know that they can actually manifest love, they can manifest power. Like this person, um, historically has been able to get away with a lot, but there's something about the energetic soup, the weather that we are in, that's preventing people who are full of pretense to get away with their usual bullshit. What's this Queen of Cups judgment? It's a little bit of some confirmation right here. Like they have to let go of the fact that they decided it was totally okay to brush you underneath the carpet, ignore their feelings about you, and maybe it was one of these things where they for a few of you, it's like, well, they knew they kind of fucked up, but they didn't quite know how to fix it, and whatever it else it was that they were walking towards, they just thought, well, I'll make this better. They didn't want to make it better with you, and that's actually part of their karmic trouble. Four of Pentacles. It is kind of interesting. Like, well, Four of Pentacles and Four of Cups, they're not the exact same energy. It's this is a this sort of this I have no words for it. It's just like the divine is really forcing this person to finally confront their demons. Like, what are their actual emotions for you? Five of Wands. Yeah, I'm sorry, this person is so fucking cowardly. Like, they caused a lot of problems in your life, and they weren't even willing to clean up the mess. It's sort of as though you can acknowledge that, okay, maybe you had a role in the issue, maybe you could have handle things a little bit better, but you've had to, grow up from it, let go, let God, blah, blah, blah. And in some ways, forgive the aspect of yourself that misbehaved. But this person never took the time to actually do that. So let's get some clarity on this. Like, this person, especially, I mean, tapping into this storyline where the arguments are the only things that kept us together. You might have bantered with this person a lot. You might have had a great sexual chemistry, if that applies. But sometimes when we get into argumentative conflict, we just keep looping back around and we try, it's sort of like we orchestrate the burn and then we pocket it and then we wait for the person to show up and say the magic words, and then we slam on them. It's like, yeah, it's this stupid petty game that got way too out of hand. How is that? It's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye, and in this case, they did something so mean to you. It's like they poked out your third eye. Oh, there we go. We got the hanged one at the base over here. It's sort of like if this person hearing honorable combat just because that's really funny. If this person publicly declares like, you, me, back alley, 7 o'clock, and you're like, okay, we're gonna go for another ramble or rumble or whatever people who fight like to do. But they never showed up. It's like they tried to create the oh, it's not an illusion, but they tried to use their King of Wands sense to create hype, to bring everybody's energy and attention onto the ultimate battle. And then they never showed up. But what's going on right here? The devil, their motivations were hella karmic. And it's important for you to take into account that this person, they were addicted to the idea that they could rope you in to all kinds of conflict. This person only knows how to get attention based on fire, based on conflict, based on attachments. But with the Queen of Swords, there's something interesting about the way you responded to this person. There's being hot, fiery, passionate, being in your face, and then there's just being cold and stubborn. And you can go extreme on both ends, but you weren't willing to play the game. You weren't willing to give in to the illusion that this person is worth fighting with. You probably thought they were worth fighting for, and you might have assumed that they would fight for you. However, whoever this person is, they were addicted to the conflict. They were actually never interested in um having your back. They were never interested in protecting you. There's this masculine feminine wound that I'm picking up with this particular reading. What else do we have? Ace of Wands. Like, this person is seeking out a brand new beginning, but at this point, fuck them. Like, they are more interested in causing fights, bringing up the past, and the only way they know how to get attention on an issue is to rile up everybody's anger and completely ignore their own emotions. You taught this person a huge lesson, and the problem is that, sure, they walked off and they chose not to patch it up. They chose not to keep their cool. They actually got hyper alert, and they realized they couldn't play your game, and they thought you were playing the game. Like, that's what's really annoying. Like, that's the problem when we're listening to our ego and we're not actually listening to our intuition. We end up getting into these epic battles with each other over ideologies that technically don't matter in the grand scheme of spirituality. But this is a little bit more of your energy. Like, this person has an opportunity to rebuild, and their material considerations, it's sort of like whoever they used to create an artificial sense of love, especially if they left you for this person, um, that person doesn't love them. And you actually loved this person. You had genuine love. And this person that walked away from you, this King of Wands, they were so fucking broken, and they knew they were broken, but they didn't know how to fix it. And there's something about this energy where you're going to start getting some fire back in your belly, especially for those of you who felt like you've been stuck for such a long time. Eight of Swords. So this is a little bit of the overall energy of the person who that you are thinking about. You're mirroring this individual, and there's some of you who have been happy to detach from this person, let them go on their own way. First of all, keep up the good work. Um, but you're still kind of curious. Can I blame you? Sometimes when people treat us like shit, there is still the version of us in the back of our mind where it's sort of like, well, is this person gonna get it? Does this person actually have a chance on getting their shit together? This is a little bit benevolent on your guys' part. It's going to be important, though, you remember who it is that you are and who it is that you love, because this person doesn't go to themselves to believe that they're their own priority. They think it's okay to constantly second fiddle themselves and allow others to make the decisions for them. We've got the Hierophant. This is the card of tradition. It's also the card of teaching. You are entering into a new energy where you're going to be able to start teaching other people about what it is that you've gone through. I also suspect that this person who ran off from you, they are energetically learning from you. Even if you guys, like, I suspect you guys can't talk to each other. If both of you are really hyped up and very strong-minded, um, with each of your respective narratives, because you have a story as to how this person behaved and they've had a story. And trust me, if you actually saw the way that they crafted their narrative with this other relationship, you'd be like, really? That's what you wanted? Like, that's what you think is important to other people? This person has continued to operate in their same programming, and I'm sorry to say, this individual actually hasn't changed. Nine of Cups. This is more focused towards you guys. We have so many examples in the world around us how people, they do what is right based on what other people told them what is good and true. And when you're kids, you have to depend on your parents and society kind of give you an idea what's important. But this person leaned way too much on what other people told him that was good. You're rewriting the book on this person. No, pardon me, backtrack. You're rewriting the book to help people understand that it is okay for them to follow their heart, that if they actually follow their divine guidance, if they follow the things that they love, there's going to be way more opportunity. I have been channeling for 2025. The word of the year is transparency. If you're actually behaving the person who it is that you are, even if you're an asshole. Now, I don't think you're an asshole, but this is the energy where if someone's just genuinely a jerk, they can kind of sort of get away with it if they're just being honest and forthright about it. I feel like you guys are going for the bigger and the better, but authenticity is what people will be genuinely following, and pretense is not going to work in 2025. Doesn't matter what it is that you're interested in doing, focusing on your own path, focusing on your journey, and trying to find passion projects and careers, uh, family structures, if they're based on something that brings you supreme joy, you will be able to magnetize the people who, even if they don't completely understand what it is that you're about, they'll be enamored with how transparent you are. Not necessarily vulnerable, you're just acting like yourself. It's as simple as that. Transparency is nothing more than acting like yourself and being comfortable with being the person who it is that you are. What kind of actions is this person likely to take? 10 of Cups, like, I'm a little bit relieved to hear that. I'm sorry, like, kind of up until this point, I have not had much confidence in this person's ability to make a decision for themselves. A 10 of Cups does reduce down to a 1, and that is a brand new beginning. Let's have a quick look and confirm. This person, it's sort of contingent, this energy, until they're ready to look in the mirror and see who it is that they are, and just being okay with the nuances, like being fine with, okay, maybe I do kind of look like that. Okay, maybe I do sort of sound like that. This person's very self-conscious. More than likely, they have lived a life where they have been curated to behave a certain way. Chances are you've been curated as well. Like, for those of us who grew up in the 90s, like my prominent years of ages 7 to 17 were throughout the 90s, and that was the era of heroin chic, um like really focused on makeup and being extraordinarily skinny, and I know those messages really created a lot of damage. Men also have these similar body shaming issues, sexual shame issues. This person, whether it be through bullying at school, their parents trying to curate them to be the perfect child, and especially if they wanted to be curated to be the most independent child, because they probably had parents who just couldn't even. um 10 of Cups to 10 of Cups, like, this person has had zero good examples on what it means to be actually happy. So, like, they actually were happy with you, and they withdrew their energy because they actually didn't know how to handle it. They felt so much shame, Page of Wands, with your enthusiasm, with your authenticity. They misinterpreted your body language, your intentions, even the words out of your mouth. And that's the reason why they kept coming back with conflict, because they were actually working so hard to try and prove that you weren't the person who it is that you claim to be. But with 6 of Cups, this person's stuck in the past and they're thinking about what happened. They're starting to realize how you were actually genuine, how you were actually showing your genuine transparency. Death. I love it. I really am feeling excited about this individual. Like, you got to give them the time and space to figure some of this out, but their situation needs to change. The way and reason as to how they got into the situation in the first place is going to be important for them to uncouple and finally decode why they got themselves into the situation in the first place. Let's get okay, we'll go with the cheesy romance angels. Express your love. What is it that the viewer needs to know about this individual? There's some of you who will feel the tension. Are they going to contact me? First of all, you need to release that, because the moment you start feeling the tension of are they going to contact me, you inadvertently make the person shy away. Just stay neutral. Just be cool about it. Try to focus on the things that are actually bringing you happiness in your soloness, because it's this weird inverse opposite feeling that if you're just content by yourself, you are not over dedicating your energy, and then you're also not siphoning other people's energies inadvertently. Finances and career, you can focus on where it is you want to start pouring in your Ace of Cups energy. You are still working towards your own sense of 10 of Cups. This person, whether they are in contact with you or not, they're learning from you. You're being the better example. You're on your own path. And it's very important that you learn to enjoy the journey, because when you enjoy every single moment, even when it's difficult, you walk through the difficulties with a sense of ease. It releases you from karmic timelines, and it gives the opportunity for other people to finally learn their fucking lessons. I'm just saying. Woo! Well, whoever you guys are, damn, I really hope that this helped. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you like my style, if you liked this reading, please let me know by liking and comment below. And if you haven't yet, but you're kind of curious what the next message is, I highly recommend that you subscribe. And until I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries. Bye.